Hey, Bell, that's how that thing will get looked at. And that came from us saying you're either all in on it or not at all. Okay, it's 2:45. So let's go back to the top. We got YouTube going. So we have our stream going. Remember, y'all can watch all the replays if you subscribe. If you subscribe to my YT, you'll be able to watch all of it. Okay. You'll be able to watch all of it. Hold on. I'm live and my wife asking me questions. So, like right now, she must have forgot that I'm live. She must have forgot that I'm live. So, and she right now talking about spending some money for my submission. But we need to have this up on the screen. And any time she hit a miss, I can at least reply back. All right. All right. So recap, right? So how to develop into a six-figure earner. Somebody put that in the chat. It may block it. But how to develop into a six-figure earner is our poster board, right? How to develop into a six-figure earner. Hey, Miss Regina, is our poster board. Is our poster board, but it's deeper than that. Okay. Somebody type that in the chat. How to develop into a six-figure earner. Let's SEO this thing. How to develop into a six-figure earner. So we're giving you development. And remember, today Wednesday, so I got to give y'all all of it today, okay? I got to give you all of it, and then we go from there, okay? Y'all ready? You driving? Oh no, you okay? How to develop into a six-figure earner? It may be blocking. It may be blocking. Like I say, because when you type six-figure and all that stuff. Okay, there we go. Now it's working. All right. So listen, we're going through 3 steps of this, right? So Monday, what we talked about was this was the first level of development. One of your first levels of develop is you have to develop in your life. Now, here's the 3 life developments, right? 1 is mindset, 2 is time, and 3 is family. So life in your life development, you got to develop your mindset, time, and family. Somebody put that in the chat. Mindset, time, and family equals life development. Mindset, time, and family. You have to develop in those areas. And your mindset, we talked about you need to be reading, you need to be getting rid of old habits, not too many at a time, and you need to be doing something new so you can increase your faith. You can increase your confidence. Okay. So listen, life development takes mindset, time, and family. Okay. Mindset, time, and family. We talk about respecting time, doing things early. You got to have a respect for time. If you don't have a respect for time, you're going to miss out on some things. And you don't need to miss out on it. You go keep getting not enough, or you gonna keep getting just enough. Why? Because you don't respect time. Time pays. Ooh, come on, somebody. Thank you, Jada. Time pays. Somebody need to put that in chat. Time pays, okay? So you gotta respect time. Your third one, like we say, we got into kind of deep. We got into family. You have to develop with your family, which means they either got to be all in on it or not at all. And that don't mean them folks your enemy. I got to say that again for all of my people in here. If you're going to develop into a six-figure earner, you got to know in your life development, my family is included, but they're either all in on it or not at all. Once again, how that looks. If they all in on it, they know exactly what I do and they can participate. Do they have to? No. That means I can give them a job, but I may not. Okay. I can give them a job, but guess what? What? I may not. You get what I'm saying? If they not in on it at all, I do the business when I'm doing business. I do home when I'm doing home. They never cross, even if they in on it, guess what? There has to be an individuality. But they either all in on it or not at all. You get what I'm saying? They are either all in on it or not at all. Okay. So your family is either all in on it or not at all. Okay. So once again, our first level of what we talked about in development is life development, which is mindset, time, and family. Okay. Next development, y'all type in the chat, skill development. skill development. Your next phase is skill development. So we got life development. I need to develop my mind. I need to develop my time. I need to develop my family. Y'all can watch the replays to these or join Beat Life, and you go get coached in, guess what? How to develop in your life. But now we got to talk about skill development, right? We got to talk about skill development. Now in your skill development, here are 3 skills you need to develop that you may not know you needed to develop, okay? 3 skills you need to develop that you may not know you needed to develop, okay? Number 1, I want y'all to type it in the chat, is decision-making skills. We're talking about skills development to develop it into a multi-6-figure earner. It's not just making money. How can I make the money, keep the money, build the other businesses, right? So you got to have skill development. Skill development, number 1, is you got to develop your decision-making skills. You gotta get good at making decisions. Getting good at making decisions isn't, oh, I made the right decision or the wrong decision. You're making the decision, because some of y'all, you don't make the decision, and that's when you face the consequences. You may have to correct, you may have to recorrect, you may have to build on a bad decision, but you're still in control. You still the boss because you made the decision. When you lose your privilege for being you is when you don't make the decision. Come on, somebody. So some of y'all, you be like, I didn't make no decision. Oh, now you got to face consequences. Y'all follow me? Now you got to face consequences. But when you avoid consequences is when what? I remain the boss. I remain in control. Guess what I did? What? I made the decisions. I'm a decision maker. And my decisions are better and better at giving me back what I put in. Why? Because I'm intentional about them. They're planned. Okay? All right. So the next thing is problem-solving skills. Y'all put that in the chat. To skills development, here's the second one. Problem-solving skills. 1 was decision-making skills. 2 is problem-solving skills. You got to develop your problem-solving skills. Your number 1 trick to problem-solving skills is you asking yourself the problem first. If you always feel like you need to go to somebody else, you're going to either overuse, abuse, or abuse your resources, because you have to be able to say, I always prided myself on this when I had higher ups, whether it was a director, the CEO, my coach. I want to ask you the question, the one question I can't solve. I don't want to ask you the one that when you ask me the question back, oh, I figured it out. Oh, damn, why I ain't think of that? I don't like asking them questions. Come on, somebody. I don't like asking them. I want to ask you the question that's like, I really wasn't. I know I'm at my wits' ends on this, okay? Not to say don't ask questions. You should ask questions. But you got to get better at problem-solving skills. Problem-solving skills develop from your questions. Problem-solving skills develop from the things that come to your mind that you say, okay, I know I need to handle this. I know I need to handle that. I know I need to do this. I know I need to do that. You get what I'm saying? Can I solve a problem? And when you get good at solving problems, your money go up. Come on, somebody. Some people right now, they're not making certain money, or they're not making the money they want to make. You want to know why? Why? They ain't got no problem solving skills. What problem do you solve? You'll even get better in promoting your results. Why? Because I solved this problem. I solved this problem. Shanae solves a problem. She solves the problem of you not making money in your emails. So now you sending emails, or there's an avenue that you could be making money in. You ain't making that money in it. Why? You ain't solving no problems. Y'all following me? Come on. This the good stuff that ain't the sexy stuff. It's weight loss. Okay? So we rocking, right? Third one in your skill development is you have to develop extreme focus, not just focus. I call it extreme focus because you have to be able to get the focus. You have to be able to be working on the same thing, or delivering the same thing, or develop the skill to do the same thing. Guess what? What? 5, 6 months, 1, 2 years, 3, 4, 5 years. Are you still doing the same thing that God had you doing the last time y'all talked? You can't be unsure in extreme focus. You can't be doubtful in extreme focus. In extreme focus, I'm still doing the same thing that works. That's where you get that power to make money over and over again. Even when you add something, an extreme focus gives you the ability to add more than one thing because you learn to build a skill for something. Meaning now I can do it like it's the back of my hand. I do it automatic. Until you got operations that you can do like you drink water, you ain't gonna make the money you want to make. Until you got operations you can do like you drink water, you ain't gonna make the money you want to make. That comes from focus. So some things I do in my business, I do it the same way I drink water. If I handed you a water, if I handed a baby water, he knew what to do. I'm teaching better. My uncle would say I'm preaching better than y'all saying amen. I'm teaching better. Here's a trick. When you can do it like you drinking water, now you can hire other people to do it because you can explain it both on paper and in person into their manager. You can explain it. Some of us, you're not ready to hire somebody to do it yet because guess what? You don't have extreme focus. You've not built this thing so well, done it so easily to where you can teach it to a baby. If you can teach that thing to a baby, you can hire somebody else to do it. And you know you can hire somebody else to do it. Why? Because you got the money for it. And if you don't got the money for it, we get you the money for it. Amen. All right. So that's skill development. So once again, and how to develop into a six-figure earner, but it's really deeper than that. You got to have life development, which is mindset, time, and family. You got to have skill development, which is decision making, problem solving, and extreme focus. Now we're at number 3, and we right on time. Matter of fact, we 2 minutes before 3 p.m. So we good. So we can get in there real deep in these 3 minutes. Okay, real deep in these 3 minutes. All right. So Wednesday. So we are on Wednesday, and it is Wednesday. So now we got to do business development. Business development, right? Business development. Now, your 3 things in your business development. Y'all ready? Your 3 things in your business development. Type business development in the chat. This one won't be no surprise to y'all. But I feel like we're going to be able to go a little deeper. So we already know we got time. We got mindset and life. I'm putting these on one page on my notes. Family. Time, mindset, family. Decision making, problem solving, and extreme focus. And your business development. Hey, Rob, thank you. These are the 3 things that you need to. We really got to go beyond 3. So I'm gonna call these out, and then we go through them. Number 1 that has to develop is your marketing. We kind of already know this, but this is almost why a lot of us are here, right? So number 1 is your marketing. Okay, your marketing has to develop. Number 2 is your conversion. Your conversion, which is AKA your sales, but it's specifically the sales from your marketing. In your business, you got to develop the marketing, you got to develop the sales. Those are automatic. Those have to happen. This is number 3. Number 3 that you should see develop is your systems. As you grow in your business, your system should get better. This is where your automations and the buttons you press come in at. Yeah, Dan, I came in on the right time, straight to action. Yeah, marketing, conversion, which is sales from your marketing. Number 3 is your system. Your system should develop. Your system should also be developing. Okay? We're going to go deep on these. Number 4 is your networking. Your networking should be developing. Number 4 is your networking. That should be developing. What's the app to automate messages from your comments? ManyChat. But if you have Stand Store, it's in Stand Store as well. But if you don't, ManyChat does it as well. So business development, we got marketing, we got conversion, we got systems, we got networking, and we finna do number 5. We finna do number 5. Y'all follow me? So what about TikTok? TikTok don't do third-party automations, unfortunately. They don't do third-party automation. This one is a little different, but I'm gonna explain this. In your business development, your process, and then you can put in open parentheses as a CEO. Your process as a CEO has to develop as well. Your process, you can put in open and close parentheses as a CEO, has to develop as well. Now, let's talk about what those look like, and then I want to get into some questions and stuff, right? Your marketing has to develop, but you have to understand in the development of your marketing, you got to first understand that it ain't going to be perfect. And the goal ain't to make it perfect. Hey, Naomi, the goal is to make it work. Your marketing, ooh, something just hit me to tell y'all. Listen, your marketing is developed off if it works, which is not the same as your analytics from your content. It's going to get a little deep. There are people who get more views and get more followers, but their marketing hasn't developed. Because the reason why marketing is a separate term from content is because they're two different things. Your content is what you put on social media, and your social media may grow, but your marketing may not be growing. And your social media may work from the content you put in it, but your marketing may not be developed. Somebody say, Matt, how can that be? If I'm getting more followers, more likes, more views, how can that be? Because you might be getting no more money. Your marketing also fails to develop if you're making the same money, but not over long periods of time. Your marketing didn't develop. Matter of fact, the marketing might have been trash. You might be the star, but the marketing sucks, which means that is the same thing as you being a rapper, but you ain't never got a song that hit. Some of y'all, you Nas. You one of the greatest rappers ever. But almost the entire 2000s, or at least from 2008 on, you ain't got no hits. You don't necessarily sell records. Why? You're not one of the top screamers in the world. Why? You don't win no Grammys. Why? Because it don't develop. Nas has been the same rapper since 2002. So in one way it's good, but it lacks development. Why does Nas lack development? He didn't come from a mentor. So he's all talent. So his business is developed because he got business mentors. Come on, somebody. His crazy. The boy stocks is crazy. Why? Because he got a stock mentor. The boy never had a rap mentor. This what happens when you're the most talented in a room. Ooh, y'all, put some fire emojis in the chat if you like, oh, he hitting it today. Y'all thought I wasn't gonna come with nothing today, but I'm here. Listen, let me say it to you again. If you're talented and you get in the wrong room or you're not in the room, you're going to lack development, even if you're one of the greatest. Because what goes wrong is nobody's opening doors for you. Nobody's passing a baton to you. People don't pick up the phone and call Nas for a feature. Some of the greatest rappers we've seen didn't call Nas to get on a feature. Some of the hottest rappers we've seen ain't called Nas to get on a feature. Why is that? Why is that happening? He ain't in them rooms.
He didn't come from a camp. He his own camp. He on his own island. This is why you got a network. Come on, somebody, which is also on our business development list. Hey, Caleb, this is why. You cannot be a person that's on an island and you fail to develop. Your marketing developed about off it work. Did it make more money? Or has it made the same amount of money for a long period of time? No, oh, that baby, that didn't develop. I don't care if you got more views. I don't care if you got more likes. Listen, your social media grew, but your marketing didn't grow. They different. Your content goes into your social media. That's one set of analytics that we may choose to get you more reach, to get you more exposure. But baby, the marketing works if we can see more people. The marketing works if the people getting the results you said that they would go get. The marketing works if your audience grows. Baby, if y'all listen, and if they buy it. Marketing is connected to the money. I don't care what the social media does. If it don't make no money, oh, baby, that wasn't marketing. That was social media. You got a lot of people that's good at social media that ain't good at marketing. Even though you can use social media, what? To push your market. A lot of y'all, you follow social media and wonder why you ain't got no money. Well, you follow Jake. You follow Jake from State Farm, and what you didn't know was Jake markets State Farm. But Jake ain't the best State Farm agent out here. That's Bob. Bob got the best results. Come on, somebody. Jake, we just put on TV. I need to go over there with Jake from State Farm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you don't even know. Bob from Allstate is way better for you. Bob from Allstate is way better for you. See, I just joined the community. Which one? Which one? Gotta be a little specific over here. Hey, Dominique. So listen, your marketing has to develop. Number two, your conversions from your marketing has to develop. That kind of just fit in what I said, so I can kind of keep going. But your conversion, meaning how from how many people you said, oh, no, let get into this a little bit. Let me tell y'all about conversion. So this big dog talk. Somebody put some dogs in the chat. This big dog talk. Some of y'all, you not the ooh. Let me put it to you like this as a story. I had cats that had bigger stores than me that would sell the same amount of phones as me, but I would outrank them. And if they was not a big dog, they didn't know that. So when we would be in company meetings, we'd be in Chicago, whatever, you know, if they're a rookie, they'll be like, how come Matt always ranked me? And he sold 870 new lines. I sold 873 new lines. I clearly got 3 more than you. We would always tell them, did you look at your conversion? And a lot of times, them boys didn't know what conversion was. I sold 870 phones from maybe 2,000 foot traffic, meaning 2,000 people came in my store. I sold 873 phones. You had 12,000 people, and you only sold 873. So what the stats say is, if I would have got your traffic, I would have. Come on, somebody. Y'all be trying to, once again, you can't just look at the social media. Are you converting? For all them people who came over there, if you only got 10, 10 from 100 ain't the same as 10 from 1,000. It's big dog talk. 10 from 100 ain't the same as 10 from 1,000. Because that means that you got people over there, but it ain't hitting like talking about. Because out of 1,000 people, only 10 people signed up. No, baby. Out of 100 people, 10 people signed up. Okay, now we cooking. But we can still get it up, but we cooking. Because, baby, that means if I'm 10 for 100, that means I'm at 10%. That means if you give me 1,000, I got 100. Now compare that. So if you give me your numbers, I walk out with 100, you walk out with 10. And we were getting paid 100 per what we did. You made 1,000, I made 10,000. Baby, I bet you know the difference between that. If I put it in your bank account, if I paid you 1,000 versus 10,000. You'll know the difference. So your conversion has to develop. You need to watch your conversion even more than you watching what? Just your social media. Even though it's important, it don't carry that much weight. Okay. Your next one is your systems. Your systems should assist you. Some of y'all, you want certain systems too soon. Shout out to Jacayla. Jacayla in her live was saying earlier how some people they want their own course. Some of y'all ain't ready for that yet. You don't pull enough weight for that yet. You don't pull enough weight. Y'all understand me? Some of you, listen, you got to pull more weight. Man, I'm talking to y'all today. You got to pull more weight. That ain't to say you shouldn't be making no money, but if I give you too much weight and you don't pull no weight, you're going to be stressed out and broke. How you got stressed out and broke? You tried to go too big. You got to learn how to play your game. That's like kids. Some kids, your kid may be at the development level where he need to play T-ball, and he gonna be the best at T-ball. But because of your ego, your husband ego, your baby daddy ego, no, we need to bump that coach's pitch, bump T-ball. We gonna move him up the kid's pitch. He ain't ready for that yet. Now he look like he suck. He look like garbage. He look like trash. The boy can play. But what did you do? You moved him along too fast. You should have let him be the best at T-ball. You should have let him be the best at coach's pitch. Then, got dog it, the development says that by the time the kid's pitching, by the time he in the pee-wees, he knocking their stuff to the fence too. How? He developed right. When you over chase your dreams, you don't develop. When you chasing everybody else's dreams, you don't develop. Some of y'all, you can't make 1,000 because the goal is 10,000. So you keep wondering why you can't break that 100-meter mark. You keep wondering why you can't get past 900. You got to zero in on making 1,000. Yeah, we know you go get the 10, but development says brick by brick. All us who really in this, we ain't scared to commit. I ain't scared to build what I want to build brick by brick. Put me out there. I go in it every day. Because only one-hit wonders can show up once. Only one-hit wonders can show up once. I told one man, we used to go at it when I played ball. We used to go at it so bad. I remember I told one of the cats on defense one day, I said, I'll beat your ass every day. Every day. I told him, every day, bro. We don't, it's August, the beginning of August. We just put them pads on. You gotta see me every day until we play another team. That's the only time I get to let up on you. You gotta, but we play somebody else. Because until then, you out. I used to tell defense that, nigga, we ain't teammates. Man, they used to put us in different locker rooms. At one point, we were so, man, we were so edgy. We had to put the defense in the locker room on the right. He had to put the offense on the locker room on the left. Why? Because until the season came, we had to let them coaches know that is not my teammate. He the op. Don't put me in a weight room with him. It's a competition every day, all day. Why? I used to be cussing linebackers out all day. Listen, talking about their mama, your sister, you get what I'm saying? Listen, everything. Listen, it was until the week of the game. Then the week of the game, listen, I walk in the defense locker room and listen, now I'm their partner. Hey, bad Scotia. We the only one see the end zone. You feel me? And get what? They felt me. Why? I earned the boys' respect. Some of y'all, you don't know how to have friendly competition. So you don't earn no, ooh, now this is a little too deep. Some of y'all, you don't show up. So you don't earn the high earners respect. You want to earn Amanda's respect? Show up. You want to earn Danger's respect? Show up. Because we all know I'm not more talented than you. I done been where you been. I done been where I ain't put in the work. I done been where I ain't post. I done been where, no, you got to show up. We already know brick by brick. So that has to develop. We've been talking about systems, but your systems is your assistance in your work. Okay, so that has to develop. You don't need all them systems right now. Some of y'all, you need to be doing your engagement. Some of y'all, you need to be doing it. There's things that you need to do right now. So when you pick the system, you pick the right one for your business. Y'all follow me? Put some fire emojis in the chat. We got 2 more. Number 4 is networking. You got to network. You have to network. You have to get out there. Because what y'all don't understand is there's people in your own city. Even though we market online, we sell online, we push online. I don't coach you to be the online version of you. You the real deal Holyfield. When somebody meets you, you should be that same you. You should have your pitch ready. When folks ask you what you do, if you say what you do at your 9 to 5, you failed me. Now, when they ask you what you do, tell them what you do. Tell them you get that result. When somebody asks me what you do, listen, I'm a CEO coach. Listen, which is nothing more than a business coach that focuses on the business owner. I specialize in sales, development, and marketing. Long story short, I help people make more money. People call me. I literally tell people that in the street, what you do for a living? Make people money. Some of y'all, you ain't confident like that. What you do for a living? Make people money. So how can I make you money? You got a phone? Yeah, let's get started. You scared? I ain't scared of nothing, all right? I'm finna put you through it. Yeah. What you like to talk about? What you got already? Hell, I'm the only coach that teach y'all, it don't matter what product you got over here, we can make that thing, we can make that go. I don't care if you selling how to cut and lawnmower grass course. Oh, we finna get that sold. We finna get that sold. Other folk, you gotta change, listen. And it's a game to that, but y'all get the point. I don't care what you selling. Listen. I almost got too hyped right there. I was finna go off the hook. I was finna go off the hook right there. Because it's a bunch of people. Listen, it's a bunch of people. It's a bunch of people. They ain't all that. The course they sell is. And once that course ain't hot no more, you ain't neither. Some digital marketers, they soldier boy. As long as we snap and popping, you on the chart. But the moment you got to get the rapping, you got to go book an interview. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You put us all outside in the morning with a pack of number 2 pencils. Listen, the thing you gonna be shocked at is the money that them people made because I bought their pencils for cheap. Why? Because I needed more pencils to sell. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get to talking to them. I'm gonna get to saying, hey, yeah, how much they told you to sell them pencils for? $1. I buy all them pencils from you right now for 10 cents each. Oh, well, I still make money. Here you go. Yep. And here I am. I'm selling the pencils out there for $2.50. Yeah, $2.50. Then I'm messing around and found some erasers, put the erasers on it. And now, listen, I got $3 pencils. Listen, I done mess around and got the little finger rubber thing. I'm looking at every finger who messed up. Like, boy, you don't be having no pencil band on your pencil. Why? Man, you don't see that little black mark you got on your hand from writing? No, I don't. How you stop that? Man, you need one of these. Yeah, you need one of these, bro. Yeah, just get the whole thing. Listen, you got the eraser on it, got the band on it. I ain't gonna leave no marks. Yeah, listen, bro. Should sell it to you for 5. I'll give it to you for 3. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, how many classes you got? Yeah, that one ain't gonna do. You want 3 of them? Yeah, sure. All right, that's $9. You know what I'm saying? Bet. Y'all see what's happening? Y'all see what's happening? You have to develop How somebody said, how do I learn that? You learn that through networking. Networking, you not only figure out who to work with, you figure out what people need. Ooh, that's why they call it networking. You're figuring out who people need. Nebula said, I bought Air Community. I doubt it because I don't know who you is. I don't mean that in a bad way. But you ain't in deep life. And you know, and our communities ain't created equal neither. So which one? That's why I asked you which ones you in. Because you could be cross town. You might be in one of them project communities where them folks don't even know your name. Well, in the project, everybody kind of know each other's name. You might be in one of them, you know, sub-suburban is what I call them. Sub-suburban. So which communities? Which community? That ain't no flex. Yeah. Which ones? We gotta make sure you're in the right one. All right. So yeah, networking. Number 5 is process. This is really important. Your process has to grow, y'all. You have to develop your process, meaning your process, you can see it in your routine, you can see it in a couple things. But for what you do, does what you do, how you go through it, does that get better? Man, it's so good. I'm really trying to find a way to break this down to y'all. But do what you do get better? So you see your process grow most in your emotions. You see your process go most in your emotions. When you got a bad process, you think about quitting all the time. Come on, somebody. I'm helping y'all. See, Nebula, this different type of community right here. Listen, you finna get you over here with us. If you think about quitting all the time, you got a bad process. That's all it is. If you think about quitting when things get hard and you think about quitting, your process ain't been developed yet. When things get, listen. Let me teach y'all how they taught us in the streets. When you first start fighting, it's real in here today. When you first start, some of y'all like, when you first start fighting, the thing, if you got a good OG, a good big brother, somebody love you, the thing they gonna tell you is, hey, when you first start squabbling, bro, your mind go tell you when you get hit to get out of there. But once you start getting hit enough and you realize hitting don't mean losing. Just because I got hit do not, just because I got hit don't mean I'm losing. I got hit because I'm in a fight. Where you messed up at is you didn't expect to get hit because you didn't realize you was in a fight. I went into it knowing I'm probably go get hit, and I know my opponent. So getting hit, the alert in my mind don't get out of there. Because that's how you think about it. Every time something bad happens, it hits you. Every time money comes short, you get hit, you want to get out of there. You get hit and you want to get up out of there. My mind tells me when I get hit, I need to get in there. Come on, somebody. In your mind, when you get hit, you gonna have one or two reactions. Get out of there or get in there. And what's crazy is the science to getting in there is not just mentality. There is a mentality. You scratch, I'm finna get in there. But then you start learning there's a science behind it. If your fist is here, there's no guard on this side. So if you jab me here, I'm coming straight across like this. You hitting me may cost you the entire fight. And you tired. And when I'm in there, you can't stretch your arms out. So you steady trying to hit me like this, but I'm all up in. I'm all up in here. You get what I'm saying? I'm all up. I'm so close to you, and I'm hiding. So you got to learn that. What is your version of that in life? When you get hit, if you getting up out of there, you messed up. You got to learn how to get hit and your mind say, I'm finna get in there. What is that? That's process. But you got to know in the beginning when you start getting hit, get what? You don't think about getting out of there. You got to think about getting in there. So you got to know, okay, I just got to learn how to take these hits. And then after a while, you get so good, you almost don't even get hit. You facing the right opponent. It take a while before you get hit. But even then, you like, yeah, you can take a hit. I even know how to listen, get a hit to roll off of me. You get what I'm saying? You never lean into a hit, you lean away from it. You get what I'm saying? But you gotta be watching other fists. So you gotta learn how that works in life. How does that work in what you do? You get what I'm saying? So in your business development, you got to develop your marketing, your conversions, your system, your networking. In your skill development, you got to learn how to develop your decision making, your problem solving, and your focus. And in your life development, you got to learn how to develop your time, your mindset, and your family. Your time, your mindset, and your family. Now, let me stop the recording so I won't forget, because that's good. That's our development series for this week. That is our development series for this week. And boy, has it been a good one. Now, my question to y'all is,